Hi guys, I'm Reba Talbott and I'm here at the 88 Ranch headquarters. This year their online sale is going to be February 2nd through the 4th. I'm here with owner Garrett Henry and trainers Lucas Talbott and Troy Brandemuehl. Garrett, can you share with us a little bit about what we can expect from this year's lineup?
Yeah, I think you can expect some really nice, well-rounded colts. I think these colts can go any direction. We ride these horses as far as the breeding program as a whole out on the ranch. We rodeo them, we do all these things, and so we know what we want out of them. And we've been very selective. I think you can expect these colts you can be ready to go on with them and be successful with them. I feel like we're extremely blessed with two really great guys that do a superior job in the industry. And so I've been asked, told many times, what are these colts, what can we expect, and what I tell them is, I feel like the start that they have is second to none. They're bred well, but that's only a small part of the puzzle. I think what these guys are doing with these colts makes what we're doing a reality and makes it to where you guys are going to be set up for success.
Yeah, and I think for what to expect is from the sale is no different than any other year. All the boxes are checked. These colts have all been x-rayed. It's all on their deal. Their teeth have all been done. It's all on their page. So we give you so much information that you can make such an educated choice, and these colts, they range from good head horses all the way up to high notch barrel horses, a couple little cow horse crosses, but like Garrett said, we use these horses. We ride only mares here, so we know what the mothers are. I think that's what separates us so much. Our mares we keep because we like them, and so we want to pass that on to you. So,
Gentlemen, Garrett mentioned that you guys are a key piece to the puzzle here, and that's what makes part of the partnership work. Can you share a little bit about what you're going to expect on the riding side, how these horses are performing?
My deal, I want a horse to show up to work. That's my biggest thing, building into these colts, that they just know how to come to work, even if it's something we don't know what we're doing, that they're coming in, filling out, trying to figure out what I'm wanting of them. And I feel like all these are showing up to work for sure. They're just going to have the foundation laid there to move on whatever direction somebody wants to take them, and they're all very good-minded.
Troy, do you have anything to add?
No, I just hope everybody comes. If you're able, come to the live preview. It's a great time. You get to see them in the flesh, straight out of the pen. No warm up, nothing. Come hang out with us or join us on Facebook Live. It's a great way to comment. Garrett will be running and talking that, and he can answer your questions. And man, we're excited and we're ready to get this show on the road.
Let's go ahead and start here with Lot 1, Midnight Heist, a 2021 black gelding. Garrett, can you share with us a little bit about this beautiful big gelding?
Yeah, this colt, he just stands out. He's, as far as phenotype goes, he's beautiful, beautifully made outside of the fact that he's black, but he has all the chrome and the color, but this colt is just extremely well made. And then when you go to look into his pedigree, he's out of famous Tublo, who's been a producer in barrel money earnings for us. She's been really one of kind of our cornerstone mares, and this colt definitely hit the mark. We love this colt. You look up the black type, you go down through there, and there's multiple barrel money earners that she has produced. So this is just a great prospect, and yes, for sure, we know that this is going to make a great barrel prospect, but we also, I believe this horse would, go any direction, for sure make a great real horse prospect too.
Troy, you've been the trainer that's had your hands on this horse. What could you tell us about him from horseback?
Oh, this colt, he's a real free mover. He really wants to cover the ground, but he's still very willing to come back to you and really want to listen and be with you. He's super talented. He's soft. He's correct in how he moves. like Garrett said, we've had a lot out of that mare, and those colts are all the same. They all want to move that way. They want to reach in their hind leg up there and like in your barrel turn. But I think this colt, he's definitely got the potential to be a head horse. He has enough stop. Possibly you could heel or breakaway on him too. But I think his calling is going to be barrel horse, head horse type. Little more sensitive type colt, but very responsive to your legs and your feet. Really sweet. Good colt.
Great. And let's go to lot number 2, Laveau's First Heist. This is a 2021 Starl mare. Garrett, what can you tell us about her pedigree?
Yeah, so this is a nice filly out of Casino Heist, and she really kind of brings that classic look that we look for in a Casino Heist. And she's out of a daughter of First Down Laveau, who is by First Down Dash. And of course, we love the First Down Dash horses because of Mabel. She's an own daughter of First Down Dash, and they've just been super good and done a world of good for us. And so, First Down Laveau has a speed index of 127. So, this mare is definitely going to should have some run. I think it's a great prospect in a lot of different dimensions.
Lucas, you've had this filly in training. What can you tell us about her?
This is a real nice mare. She's starting to really kind of find her own. Very gentle, just real nice traveling. I think she'd probably excel as a barrel horse. She's definitely going to have a lot of run. Just starting to be a real good citizen and coming around and wanting to go to work. She cinches very deep. I think she'd probably even be able to be a head horse something. I think she'd be stout enough for that. Just starting to be a real nice horse to have. So.
You heard it there, folks. She's ready to go to work. Let's go now to lot number 3, a 2021 Starl gelding, Shaken Margarita. Garrett, what can you share with us about this horse's pedigree?
Yeah, so this colt is by a roller and a shaker, but I think more importantly than that is out of Margarita Red Rita, who she herself won over $50,000 in the barrels, and of course has created quite a name for herself in the barrels, I think. And then what even hits closer to home for us is our mare that we fraternied last year, Salty Rita, who was by Blazing Jetalina. We fraternied last year, and she has nearly $40,000 in earnings in the barrels, and was just a tremendous mare for us. So, that bottom side, we just really like that bottom side.
Okay, and Troy, you've been the one that's had your hands on this horse the longest. Could you go ahead and share a little bit with us about what this horse is like in training?
Yeah, this colt here, he'll have about 75 rides by sale. He's a very athletic horse and very quick mover. This colt's gonna act and ride around a little greener than our other ones. He's just a lot of horse right there, and he's gonna need probably to go on to someone that has a very good colt rider, horse trainer in their arsenal. He's gonna need a little more riding than some of our other ones to move on to his future career. This colt's a little sensitive on the ground. We just want to let everybody know that. And with new people and stuff, being more sensitive on the ground, he does have occasion to pull back. We just want to put that out there and make sure everybody understands what this horse is. I think talent level you're not sacrificing any of that here. He's very talented, he has pedigree to follow it, but he is going to need someone a little more experienced to move on with him.
Wonderful. Thank you for your transparency. A great colt with a great pedigree, Shaken Margarita. Let's go now to lot number 4, Dear Mr. Fantasy, a 2021 Palomino gelding. Garrett, this is a big, stout gelding. Could you share with us about his breeding?
Yeah, so this is a gelding by Casino Heist again, and he definitely is big, strong, possesses that kind of bone and strength that we look for in a Casino Heist. He's out of TGO Miss Shawnee Bull, and she was a very nice horse that we rode and we rodeoed on. We really liked her, and she produced the first colt that we sold through our sale. Out of her is the mare Rebel Just for Kicks that Kate DeVore has taken and done really well on. And so, I think that horse that Kate has, Rebel Just for Kicks, has had a pretty good following with people and are familiar with that mare, and I think this colt's going to be pretty similar.
Very good. Lucas, this horse you've had in training. Can you share with us a little bit about your experience under saddle?
He's just been a real gentle horse, very kind-natured, just real easygoing. He is just a tick watchy about things. He ain't gonna leave the country about nothing, but just kind of watchy around new stuff. But just big, strong horse, like should be able to pull a house over if you wanted him to. Like he is all there. He's very deep in the chest and just very stout, huge. So anybody that just wants a nice big stout horse and that's real gentle, kind, these are the type.
Yeah, and I think just watching you ride him, I think he has a lot of the similar like riding style and character traits that Kate DeVore's mare has, and also another ballerina that we sold to Lana Dakar, and they really enjoy that mare and did a lot of ranching on her, and they're really getting along with her good. And I mean, I think this Colby, he has a pretty good draw to cattle the other day when we were lead steering, and I think you would definitely could make a head horse out of this horse too. So I mean, he could go either way. I know Lana and her husband, they've been roping on that mare a little bit, and we've been seeing some updated videos, and she looks good and really draws to a cow. So I think there's a lot of options there for that big colt.
Thank you, gentlemen. If you're in the market for something that's big and can go all day long, make sure you look at lot number 4, Dear Mr. Fantasy. Let's look now to lot number 5, Cash Flow Queen, a 2021 sorrel mare. Garrett, this mare looks like she's bred really well. What can you share with us?
Yeah, so this is another nice daughter of Casino Heist, real classic Casino Heist look. And she's out of 88 Ranch mare that we own, Parrot, who is the daughter of Corona Cartel. And we really like the Corona Cartel cross on Casino Heist. It's produced several really nice horses for us, including the horse that Christy Steffes has hauled and rodeoed on and won at numerous pro rodeos and barrel races. And so we really like this cross. I think this mare has the potential to go a lot of different directions, and we're excited about her. She's certainly one that I wouldn't be sad if we continue to own her here, but we want you guys to own nice horses too.
Thank you for that. Troy, you've had the pleasure of riding this mare. What can you share with us?
Oh, this mare is big, strong mare, has a nice short back that really helps her get collected. I like how this mare, she shows up to work almost every day. She's been that way. I really like how she can travel and stay with me. She doesn't want to be out in front too much. She just really wants to ride around for a guy, and I appreciate that from her. She's maybe not as feely as some of our other colts that I like, but I think this mare will really suit a lot of people. You don't have to be an expert to ride her or anything like that. If you know how to ride, this mare is going to be good. And she's got a barrel future, or a head horse future for sure. Going to be one of our bigger colts in this sale, so she'll probably stick out as one of the bigger ones when she's matured. So, and like Garrett said, those Corona crosses on Heist are the ticket. So you won't be disappointed with her.
For a mare who's functionally correct and conformationally she's right where you want her to be, make sure that you mark your ticket for lot number 5. Let's go now to lot number 6, Below the Surface, a 2021 dun gelding. Garrett, we're excited to hear what you have to say about this gelding's bloodlines.
Yeah, so this is a really nice son of Roller and a Shaker, and also, one of the few that are out of a strictly cow-bred mare. And this mare is not a new mare to us. This is a mare that we've owned for a long time, Hickory Dickory Lena, and honestly, we've kept a lot of colts out of this mare because we like them so much. And so this is kind of a rare offering, I think, because we have retained a lot of colts out of this mare. She's produced several colts in the reigning cow horse. She's produced a calf horse that's being hauled to the pro rodeos with Chase Stout. The mare that we sold last year that Troy owned that was bought by Jay Stout because he liked that mare so much that he's riding 488 Ranch Performance horses. So, I mean, there's just a lot of really great production out of this mare. And I was fortunate enough to actually ride this colt at the AQHA colt camp. Lucas has, of course, been the one training him, and I got to ride him for a couple days, and I just really enjoyed him. He's just a really nice colt.
Lucas, it seems fitting with your range cow horse background that this horse fell under your care. What could you share with us about his training and your experience?
He's a real nice colt, just super good-minded, quiet to be around. He's very quick-footed. He could definitely probably make a non-pro ring cow horse, definitely make a calf horse, hill horse. He's got plenty of stop in him. He's just been a really good candidate for multiple things, ranch versatility, make a great ranch horse. Pretty much anything you about want to do, he's got the mind and willingness to do whatever you'd like.
Yeah, and I think I'll add a little bit. This colt, remember that all 88 ranch colts are ranching heritage. There's a lot of opportunity there for this colt in that. Be versatility, all the ranching heritage classes. I mean, he would be very, very appealing for that. And another horse we mentioned that I actually still own that I have in calf horse training, he is outstanding too. And this mare produces with any stud, so you're not going to be disappointed. I mean, we've had it out of Easy Dock, we've had it out of Time for Diamond, we've had one out of Heist, 2 or 3 out of Heist and Shaker, and she hits every time. So this colt's no different than the rest. So
If you're looking for a colt that you can do multiple things with and go many ways, this one's got a lot of incentive. Make sure that you mark this one in your book. Let's go now to lot number 7, Tumbleweed Heart, a 2021 sorrel mare. Garrett, what can you share with us about this mare's pedigree?
Yeah, so this is a nice daughter, a roller and a shaker, and out of a daughter, a dash to fame. But, really peeling back the layers, what's more important and more interesting than that would be that Famous Rubies, who's by Dash to Fame, is by Milo Silver Bell. And Milo Silver Bell with Nikki Steffes, Nikki Hansen now, produced or was a winner in the high school level, the college level, in multiple events in the barrels and the goats and the breakaway open, and won national titles on this mare. And then this mare went on to produce Captain Milo's legacy, who Christy Steffes went on and won the college finals on, as well as many pro rodeos, and just created a huge and successful career for her. And so I think that the bottom side of this mare is very strong and very attractive. I mean, of course, since she's a mare, so I mean, you're going to get to continue those genetics on for as long as you want.
Troy, you've had the pleasure of having this one in your string this summer. What can you share with us about how she's been riding around?
Yeah, this mare, she is riding around really good. She's going to be short a few days on riding. She did get hurt before we went to the mountain for our colt camp this summer, so she had to stay home, but she's sound. It was just a little cut. I just couldn't take her. But this mare, she really is a good forward mover. She likes to be forward, a little straighter in the steering, but still very soft. She's not one of those colts that are real flexible, which appeals to some people's taste, and so I think this mare could go probably mostly barrel horse, but I'm sure you could rope on her just as well. Like Garrett was saying, I high school rodeo with Nikki, and I seen that mare win everything. So that mare is dang sure successful, and I'm sure she'll pass that on through this mare here. So.
Okay, you heard it from the gentlemen themselves. She sounds like she's going to be a good one. Make sure you take a look at lot number 7. Let's go now to lot number 8, By and By, a 2021 Palomino mare. Garrett, I love this mare's name. What can you share with us about her breeding?
So this is the daughter of Casino Heist, and she is just a very attractive mare. I think she's a really pretty mare, and in fact we even considered keeping her for quite a while, but again, we want our clients to own good horses, and so this is a mare I would personally love to keep in our ranch string. So she's out of a Daughter of Dash to Fame. She's out of a Daughter of Dash to Fame that we own here, or owned here at the 88 Ranch. And she goes all the way back to Brittany Posey's horse Stitch. Sixth Vision produced that mare Stitch. And so there's just some really good breeding in this mare. Of course, Brittany loves the Dash to Fame Streaking 6 Cross, and that's what this mare's carrying on that bottom side. And so just a great prospect, and honestly, I think she could go any direction. Of course, a great barrel prospect, but also rope horse. I think she'd be great there too.
Lucas, I've had the pleasure of watching you train her the last few months. Can you share with us a little bit about the things that you're seeing under saddle?
Yeah, she's going to be a little bit greener because she's obviously one that didn't get quite as much riding, but she is really turning the page here. Just even the last week and a half, this mare has a tremendous amount of feel to her. She wants to be between your hands, wants between your legs. She is really a very excellent individual. She's going to have a lot of go to her. She's very strong. I think she'd make a phenomenal head horse. She should make a phenomenal barrel horse. And this mare really has a lot to her, a lot of life in her feet, and she's really starting to take direction very well.
If your style is one that's a little more feely, make sure you don't pass up lot number 8 by and by. Looking now to lot number 9, Black Veil Bride, a 2021 black mare. Garrett, share with us a little bit about her.
Yeah, so this is another Daughter of Casino Heist out of a nice Daughter of Dash to Fame, Famous Two Below, who she herself was a BFA money earner and then suffered injury, but she's been a huge producer for us over the years. Of course, has Pleasure's Tappa Gal, who's by Assured Pleasure on the very bottom, and Assured Pleasure again produced multiple NFR barrel horses, so just a really strong pedigree. That mare, Famous Two Below, has produced some really nice horses for us, including Frisk Stiletto of Cami Ireland's, who's very well known around this area and has won a lot of money in the barrels. And so this mare is just got a strong pedigree. She's very attractive, I think, especially as far as the barrel horse goes. Very, very clean and just stylish, I think.
Okay, Troy, you're the one that's had her in your care. Share a little bit about what her training experience has been like for you.
Yeah, I like this mare a lot. She's probably in my string here, my best barrel prospect, in my opinion. She's long-legged, she's put together well, but she has a lot of good stride to her, really reaches up in that inside hind. I don't think that's going to be an issue at all here in her turns. And, I've been lucky enough, I've worked here long enough, I've rode about 6 or 7 of these colts out of this mare by Casino Heist or Frenchman's Easy Dock, and she just hits it just like the rest. She's feely, and of course she's a full brother to Lot 1, so you have that same feel and softness to her, but she's just a little longer strided. I think she's really reaches around there nice, and she's of course a full sister to our second highest seller of our first sale that Coulter Clem rode for us. That was an outstanding horse that Cami bought, and she's been nothing but pleased with that horse. So if you want a good barrel prospect, I think this is a really good chance right here.
Okay. She's big, she's flashy, and she's definitely going to draw some attention. Let's go now to lot number 10, the War Bridle, a 2021 Starl Gelding. Garrett, what can you share with us about this guy?
Yeah, I really like this colt. He's a son of Casino Heist again, then out of Myriad Cartel, who is probably one of my favorite brood mares that we own. And she produced Clear Creek Canyon that Christy Steffes rides and has maturity and professional rodeoed on and done extremely well. We have another mare that we retained here, be a full sister to this horse as well as Christy's horse. So anyway, just a really great cross. And I just love the way these horses ride too. They're just comfortable. They're just super comfortable. And I was fortunate enough to get to ride this colt at the AQHA colt camp. Lucas has been the one obviously that's trained him, but I got to ride him for a couple days, and he was really just a horse that I really enjoyed a lot. There's absolutely nothing that I didn't like about this colt, and just hit the mark as far as what we expect out of that mare.
Lucas, this guy's awfully flashy. Does he ride around like he looks?
Yeah, he's definitely been one of my favorites. Just an extremely good individual. He's got a ton of life and feel to him, but he is very level-headed. Just waiting on you to point him where you want. I don't know if there's anything that this horse really couldn't excel at. Like, he's an extremely good mover. Like I said, just great-minded. Just wants to be there for you. Just been probably one of my favorite colts to start all last year altogether. Like, he is just a outstanding type. That I love the horse, honestly. So you won't go wrong with him for anything you want to do.
Guys, he's awfully talented. Don't forget to circle lot number 10 in your catalogs. Now to lot number 11. This is Heirloom, a 2021 sorrel mare. Garrett, I'm excited to hear what you have to share about this one's bloodlines.
Yeah, so this is a unique opportunity. I think she is sired by Time for the Diamond. Nick Dowers is a great stallion. It's won over $150,000 in the reigning cow horse. So, and then out of it, our mare SLR Nick of Time, who's a daughter of Dash to Fame. So this is another one of two of the cow horse crosses that we're offering in the sale. SLR Nick of Time, this Heirloom's dam, is also a great mare and a great producer. She produced Margarita Red Rita, who's won over $50,000 in the barrels, and of course it has quite a name for herself. Margarita Red Rita produced the mare that we fraternity last year, Salty Rita, that we really liked that mare. And so this bloodline and this bottom side we really like, and this is a real shapy, pretty cool looking mare. So we're excited to offer it to you guys.
Okay, thank you. Troy, this one's been in your lineup. Can you share a little bit about this mare for us?
Yeah, this mare, I started her last summer and took her on the cowboying crew on this fall. I rode her a few days a week this fall and really showed her a lot of stuff that a lot of colts aren't going to be able to see in our sale. She's had a lot of miles in the mountains here south of Douglas and all her leases. And this mare is a good, free, forward-moving type mare with a little bit of cow sense on her thrown in there from Time for Diamonds. So I think this mare, she's going to be probably a little more feely type, but still very trustworthy. And she's going to be able to go any direction that you'd really like. I mean, her dam side is strictly barrels and really good at it, and her dad's side is all rein and cow horse. So you can just put the pieces together there and you can decide.
If you're looking for a prospect that's got some barrel bloodlines and some cow horse sense, I would look no further than lot number 11. Let's look now to lot number 13. This is Sugar Heist, a 2021 sorrel gelding. Garrett, would you share with us about this one's bloodlines?
Yeah, this is another nice gelding by Casino Heist. He is out of a mare that goes back to straw fly special, so you're getting some running blood there, and then kind of some good ranch blood on the bottom with some sugar bars. So this is just kind of a cool all-around prospect that I think has a lot of potential to do a lot of different things. But yeah, I think he's just well-rounded. Like as far as what we look for here at the ranch, I think he fits right into that.
Okay, Lucas, you're the one that's had this horse in your string for the summer. Can you share a little bit about this one's training?
This is just a really good-minded colt, just super easy to be around, very easy going. He's an extremely smooth mover, travels out really nice. Just not a mean bone in his body. Just, I think there's a lot you could do to be a nice ranch horse. He is going to be a little bit more on the green side. He's obviously one of them that got a few less rides on him, but he's really starting to turn the page now and probably going to be real nice by sale time.
Okay. If you're looking for something that's real easy going to take off with, it's going to be lot number 13, Sugar Heist. Up next is going to be lot number 14. This is closer to fine, a 2021 buckskin gelding. Garrett, share with us a little about the pedigree.
Yeah, so this is just a really nice son of Casino Heist and just super attractive. I mean, he's got the color. His mane is just, I mean, long and pretty and whatnot. But it's just a very attractive, nice made colt. Out of a own daughter of Buck Hancock dude who has produced multiple barrel horses that have made it to the NFR as well as fraternities, pro rodeos. I mean, Buck Hancock dude is really producing some really great horses, including Emily Miller's horse that everybody, of course, knows, Chongo. And so they're just a really nice bred horse for the barrels. This colt's mother, Charming Dudette, has a full sister that has won, or a full brother rather, that has won quite a little bit in the barrels as well, with Jada Hankins. So just a really proven line for the barrels, but just the way he's bred, I think you could do anything on him. I think barrels, roping, whatever you want, just go have fun. He's just a nice horse.
Okay, Lucas, you've had Closer to Fine under your care. Can you share with us a little bit about what your experience has been?
This is a super nice gelding, extremely good minding, so very willing. No funny business about him. I don't think there's anything you throw at him that he's just not going to take in stride. Very, very smooth moving horse, like probably one of the most pleasurable horses just to go somewhere on. I mean, he'd be a Cadillac for a ranch horse for sure. Wants to have a pretty nice stop on him. He ain't as filly as some of the others, but he's very willing to give you whatever you want. And I really have enjoyed this horse a lot. Just extremely good moving horse.
Okay, if you're looking for a prospect with some great foundation bloodlines, make sure you take a look at Closer to Fine. We're going to go now to lot number 15. This is Roller and a Shaker, a 2013 base stallion. Garrett, this stallion has been incremental in the foundation of the 88 Ranch Performance horses. Would you share with us about this great sire?
Yeah, so, when I think about outcross for barrels, roping, rodeo, we were trying to come up with that, and we actually developed the bloodline that Roller and Shaker is. We were trying to come up with what is a successful bloodline that's been to the finals, been to the NFR, top and bottom, but is not trendy and hasn't been overbred. And so, we put this together, Roller and Shaker, by design. So he is by Bogies Biancas, who made the NFR multiple times in the barrels, and then out of an own daughter of Maudie's Joack. And both of those horses, Maudie's Joack, of course, he also made the NFR, won a world championship. So both of those horses, are very successful, but haven't been overbred. And so it's just a really cool bloodline that I think, well, I know for a fact, you buy Roller and Shaker, there won't be anybody that even has anything close to that. Certainly nothing with Maudie's Joack on it, and there's very, very few Roller and Shaker stallions out, or Bogie Bianca stallions out there, so you're really going to get something special here.
Okay, Troy, would you share a little bit about
Sure.
this horse for us?
Yeah, so I started this colt as a 2-year-old. We had a couple prospects very similar bred and for stud prospects, and we cut the other ones and kept Shaker, so that's where we're at on him. And we haven't rode Shaker for about 4 years, I think. Yeah. He's been just standing at stud. But when I started him, he was a real easy colt to start. Just really a gentleman throughout his training. And then I ranched on him some before Garrett did, and Garrett ranched on him a spring. Just a really good horse outside. He has a good draw to cattle. Yeah, he's not a cutter, but he has a good draw to cattle, which is super important, we believe, for the roping industry, because we need to run, but you also got to have that want to go to a cow. He doesn't have to go stop it, but he's got to have the want, and this horse and Shaker does. His colts show that. A lot of his colts, they draw right to a cow pretty quick. So I think that's a really good quality in Shaker, and I started him heading. He was real green still, but no tie down, super quiet in the box, stands square. His phenotype helps him stand up square right there in the corner, stays soft in your hands, and really draws to a cow. So other than his barrel racing background, I think his future, he has a lot of future in road course maturity stuff too, crossed on some, Corona first down dash type daughters.
He's got top-notch breeding, guys, and he's bred to be super correct and produce some champions out there in the arena. Make sure you look no further than this 2013 stallion, Roller and a Shaker.